Rosmorport. Maritime security is our job. Traffic control, Vladimir Shaporta at the entrance gate. Vladimir Shaporta, you are welcome to enter. Rosmorport makes hundreds of important operations for a ship's entrance to the seaport. Rosmorport, Federal State Unitary Enterprise, was created in 2003 by the decision of the government of the Russian Federation with a purpose to promote the development of maritime transport infrastructure, transit potential, and improve the competitiveness of domestic seaports. Today, Rosmorport has a rating of one of the 400 largest companies in the country and is included in the list of strategic enterprises of the Russian Federation. When it's late at night in Moscow, in the most eastern seaports, work is already actively being done. There are 22 seaports in the Far East Basin. Rosmorport's plans for the development of seaport infrastructure in the Far East are focused on the creation of safe conditions for navigation in water areas of and on the way to the terminals, which are being built and upgraded in the seaports of Vladivostok, Kozmino, Vostochny, and Vanina, and the seaports of Sakhalin. This is the seaport of Kozmino, with a turnover of up to 25 million tons a year in the bay of the Gulf of Nakhodka. This seaport was built under the project of construction of the pipeline system Eastern Siberia Pacific Ocean for the supply of Russian oil to the Asia-Pacific region. Meanwhile, in the harsh waters of the Arctic on the Yamal Peninsula, a new seaport, Sab-Eta, has been under construction since 2012. It is designed to transport hydrocarbons in the Yamal Peninsula and export natural gas and oil by sea transport abroad. In addition to the seaport of Sab-Eta, in the Ob Bay, construction of the year-round oil terminal with a capacity of 8.5 million tons is being carried out in order to ensure transportation of hydrocarbons from Novoportovskaya field. In this seaport, navigation equipment will be installed and a coastal infrastructure will be built. Rosmorport is implementing the project of construction of federal property facilities, including the creation of a navigable channel. Rosmorport has the world's largest diesel icebreaker fleet. 29 icebreakers of various capacities and types, providing transportation of over 70 million tons of cargo and year-round access to the seaports of Russia. In the fall of 2015, Vladivostok, the line diesel electric icebreaker, Project 21900M, was transferred to the balance of the company. Vladivostok has a capacity of 18 megawatts and is designed for the pilotage of large vessels, towing, assistance to ships in distress, as well as for the transportation of goods. Currently, projects for the construction of 2 more diesel-electric icebreakers with a capacity of 18 megawatts are being performed. In March 2015, the Murmansk icebreaker was launched, and it will be handed over to the company in the near future. The Novorossiysk icebreaker was launched at the end of October 2015 and is now undergoing the necessary tests and certification. 3 Russian seaports, Astrakhan, Olya, and Makhachkala, are located in the Caspian Basin. The seaports load mainly foreign trade and transit cargoes. The total annual volume of transshipment in those seaports is around 8 million tons. As part of piloting of the fixed oil rig, made by the company's Astrakhan branch, dredging has been carried out to ensure the necessary depth for passage of platforms, positions of floating warning signs have been corrected, and hydrographic work has been performed. Sochi 2014 was the biggest construction project in the modern history of Russia. In an unprecedented short period of time, the water area of the seaport has not only been extended, it has grown several times and now occupies more than 40 hectares. As part of the project, Rosmorport has created 3 artificial land areas of more than 8 hectares, where at present, the construction of coastal infrastructure has been completed, including the completion of a new administrative building and the building of the marine station with a checkpoint, have also been erected. In the development of the Olympic Sochi seaport, the main goal has been made for the growth of cruise shipping and sailing. In addition to major reconstruction of the seaport, a new cargo area of the seaport of Sochi has been built, which is used for the delivery of building materials used to create the Olympic venues. And also 7 seaport points have been reconstructed to restore local passenger shipping lines, including Gelendzhik, Anapa to Tuapse. Rosmorport carries out the construction and reconstruction of safety navigation systems and systems to reduce navigation accidents. The company operates 23 vessel traffic management systems, certified in accordance with the established standards. 320 certified operators ensure the functioning of the vessel traffic management systems. The technical capabilities of the system allow the transfer of full navigational and operational information to vessels and provide services for vessels traffic and navigational assistance. Dredging services using the company's own fleet ensures the guaranteed depth in harbor areas and on approaches to them. The annual volume of dredging services amounts to more than 9 million cubic meters. Len Morny Proect, the joint stock company in which Rosmorport owns 80% of the shares, is among the 3 largest Russian companies engaged in the design of seaports, terminals, and transport systems. Its more than 300 highly qualified specialists develop complex projects of construction and reconstruction of seaports, conduct engineering surveys, assess the cost-effectiveness, supervision and scientific and technical support of construction. The projects of Taman Seaport and Sabeta Seaport are the most ambitious. In 2004, with the participation of Rosmorport, an international line, Caucasus-Crimea, in the seaport of Caucasus was restored. And since 2012, the Kafkas Maritime Checkport Terminal, a joint project of the enterprise Rosmorport and the federal agency Rosgranitsa, has been in operation. The seaport of Novorossiysk is a recognized leader among Russian seaports in terms of cargo handling. At the present time, the opportunity to increase the capacity of the dry cargo seaport of Novorossiysk on the basis of up to 29 million tons is under study. Rosmorport Federal State Unitary Enterprise provides pilotage services in 47 of 67 Russian seaports registered in the Register of Seaports of the Russian Federation. Pilotage is provided by the pilotage services of the company branches. 600 pilots perform more than 100,000 operations a year. More than 250 units of ships and vessels of various types and purposes are under the management of Rosmorport enterprises. Transport and cargo ships, hydrographic and situational vessels, environmental ships, seaport and raid tugboats, technical and dredging vessels, pilot vessels and boats, raid and service crew boats, sailing training ships, icebreakers and other vessels. In the last 5 years, 42 vessels have been built and purchased by Rosmorport orders. Currently, 19 ships are being built. Additionally, the acquisition or construction of another 12 ships has been planned for the period from 2016 to 2018. Paying great attention to the issues of environmental safety in seaports, the company has its ecological fleet of 29 vessels and floating means. In 2014, Mir, Nadezhda, and Kherson S training and sailing frigates were added to the company's fleet. With them, students of maritime educational institutions have natatorial internships, participate in international sailing regattas, and visit the largest foreign ports. Currently, repair work is being carried out on the Kherson S sailboat. The company also owns a training vessel, Professor Klyustin, which is used for cadet practices and research expeditions to the Arctic region. In June 2015, with the support of the Russian government, Rosmorport became the sole founder of the Onezhki shipyard. Due to that fact, the shipyard has resumed its operation after 2 years of inactivity. The Russian Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev visited the Onezhki shipyard soon after its opening and noted the need for the construction of vessels and an auxiliary fleet in domestic enterprises. Rosmorport has formed a portfolio of orders for the construction and repair of ships for the next 3 years in the total amount of 2 billion rubles. The total length of the quay wall and piers which are administered by Rosmorport reaches 78 kilometers, which is about 50% of the total length of the berthing front of Russian seaports. Rosmorport property is located on an area of over 650 hectares. Rosmorport uses about 213 square kilometers of surface water facilities to perform its functions. In the Baltic Basin, the capacities of the St. Petersburg Big Seaport are developing at a tremendous speed. The territory of the seaport is 528 hectares, and the water area of 628 square meters. The annual seaport cargo turnover is 61 million tons of cargo. But due to the construction of outer harbors and container terminals, this figure will reach 107 million tons by the year 2025. In particular, Rosmorport conducts dredging for the construction of the approach channel and water area of Bronka, a multifunctional sea cargo complex. Parameters of the channel and seaport waters will allow the receiving of container ships with a draft of 14 meters and a capacity of up to 5,500 TEU. In implementing the project, in addition to dredging, the construction of maritime safety facilities, onshore and floating aids for navigation is the company's responsibility. Near the Estonian border, in the Finnish Bay, the seaport of Ust-Luga is located. Within the period from 2005 to 2012, Rosmorport formed the seaport water area and provided it aids of navigation equipment. Due to the work done, the seaport can now accommodate vessels with a draft of up to 15 meters. In addition, in 2007, the company commissioned a road-rail ferry complex. In 2018, commissioning of the terminal for cruise and cargo ships in Pioneersky Township, the Kaliningrad region, is planned. The estimated passenger traffic of the terminal is 250,000 passengers per year. That project will promote the development of tourism in the region. Rosmorport has concluded an agreement with Artek, the International Children's Center, to ensure high-quality summer holidays for children from all regions of Russia. Under that agreement, the company will contribute to the development of material technical base for the children's camp. The company has completed work on the restoration and improvement of the bathing beach recreation area. 6 yawls, 6 oared boats, as well as the layout of the Project Artek Seaport were donated to the International Children's Center on its 90th anniversary. The boats are already being used by the Children's Center for training young sailors. Also, Rosmorport is implementing the partner programs of additional education for Orleanik, the All-Russian Children's Center, and Zerkalny, the Children's Creativity Center. The company operates in 57 of 67 seaports in the Russian Federation, 16 branches in 19 regions, 11 time zones, more than 6,500 highly skilled employees, more than 250 vessels, 559 berth facilities with a total length of 78 kilometers, 26 vessel traffic management systems. Vessels can enter the seaport only due to such large-scale work carried out by Rosmorport, Federal State Unitary Enterprise. We look to the future together with Russia. Rosmorport. Maritime security is our job.